The Wavell Star Show is proudly brought to you by the 306 shop located at 2322 9th Avenue North in Regina, Saskatchewan. As you can see, they have made the brand new Wavell 306 shirts. And if you want one, you can hit me up or you can head on down to 2322 9th Avenue North to the 306 shop. Hey. Welcome to the Wavell Star Show. I'm your host, the First Nation sensation, Wavell Star, coming to you Facebook Live with a special edition of Rassler'S Roundtable with the one, the only, Dupree. How are you doing tonight, man?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Cool. Where are you coming? Where are you at this evening?
New Brunswick.
New Brunswick.
Beautiful province of New Brunswick.
Right. That's where you're born, where you grew up, right?
Yeah, man.
Cool. So you were doing a lot of wrestling in Japan recently. I assume that it was the pandemic that brought you back home, right?
Yeah. No, I was supposed to be there. I was going to leave in January and come back in this month. No, I was going to be full-time with Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the coronavirus bullshit, man. Can I swear on this? I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, you go ahead. I already put a language warning when we on this, so people understand. I know you, brother. I know how this is going to get. Well, we go back a long ways, man. For a lot of the people that are watching my show here, they may or may not be aware that when I went down to Louisville, Kentucky, Rene was one of the Canadian boys that was down there and really kind of helped me out and oriented me with the everything down there with OVW, introduced me to a lot of the guys, pointed me towards the gym and all that kind of stuff. So always wanted to say thank you to Rene, and obviously tonight I get a chance to do that, and more importantly, I get a chance to get him to share some of those cool stories, because I know that you have some really, really cool stories. But before we start talk about some of the modern ones, let's take it back a little bit. And why don't you tell us exactly how old were you when you got into the business?
Too young?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I count the first year when I started setting up rings and selling merchandise. That was kind of like I was in the business. I mean, I was 13, right? But as actually being a wrestler was the following year. I was 14. So 14, 15, 16, 17, I just took 1 year off, and I did one show for the Hearts, Teddy Hart, the Mad Rats.
Yeah, man.
My first bounce check.
Oh!
We've all been there, right, Wavell?
Welcome to Calgary.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
But I use that motivation with a bounce check to work out really hard, and then I won the Mr. Canada bodybuilding championship.
Right.
And then 2 months later, I was signed to WWF.
Right. So how old was that when you won the bodybuilding contest?
17.
Wow, 17.
Yeah.
And then you signed with to a developmental when you were 17 as well?
2 months after my 18th birthday.
Wow, I can't even fathom that, man. But my son is 16, and he's been yeah, man.
Sorry to cut you off. Is that the one that your girlfriend at the time was pregnant with?
Yes.
Holy
shit. Yeah. We were married. And
you're married.
And then he's 16 now, and he's big, man. He's a big boy.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's a hockey player. He's really into hockey. I also walk on in grade 12 and probably play football and be pretty good at it as well. But hockey is his thing. Maybe wrestling. But here's the thing, man. You hanging around, 14 years old, hanging around wrestling. I don't know, man. Because
that's why I'm the way I'm in.
Right, because the business. See, a lot of the people, they might not know, Rene. The kind of the business, like what you read about or what you hear about now. It's a lot different, right? The culture has really transformed.
Yeah, there was no group. There's no more group orgies.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great interview.
That's called maritime wrestling back in the 90s.
Yeah. Yes. So
is this what you want to Wavell? I can make
man.
It more PG.
Yeah, man. No, that's why I brought you on here. I know you got this stuff. Yeah, man. So really, though, 14 years old, because When I was breaking into the business, I was already done playing junior football, so I was like into my early 20s already, and a lot of that stuff. It's like wrestling really opens a door to a different world for me, anyways. That I really never had access to previous to that, and I can only imagine what that must have been like for someone as young as 14 years old, and you're traveling around with these guys, and some of them are probably, taking you as their little brother and, hey, come with us, or
Yeah. Some kind of avoided me too because I was the promoter's son. So
right, because they might have been worried that you were gonna,
or,
yeah,
yeah, but no, I mean it was because it was seasonal, right? Because it wasn't year round, so it was like we started around May and then we go all the way to like. Well, 99, we did that's when wrestling was really hot, right?
Right.
So my dad started May 1st and we went all the way till September 7th, 7 nights a week, no day off.
Wow.
Oh, crazy.
No kidding, man. So you see a lot of this, you see a lot of the transformation, right? Like the bumps that the guys take nowadays with the apron bumps. Do you think that they would be able to put on these kinds of matches with those type of bumps with that type of a road schedule?
Oh, no way. No way.
Right.
So that's when you learn how to really work. That's when you did the old school, like the honky tonk man, like
right,
walk and talk and
Rip Rogers.
Make everything mean something, right?
Right. So was Rip Rogers around those tours when you first started?
Yeah, 13. Get this, right? Get this. So I'm 13 years old. I got Bad News Brownson next to me, Rip Rogers in front of me, and then my dad, shotgun. And then you remember Gary Williams.
Yeah, man, the bad boy Gary Williams.
That's it. He was the young boy. He's the one driving the whole time, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, what a great way to learn, especially for him and me, right?
Totally. And start talking. And nowadays I wonder if the talent is aware of that, or if they just bury their heads in their phones and do whatever it is that they do, because they'd really be missing out if they did, right?
I don't know. I haven't really wrestled that much in North America, to be honest with you. I'm mostly in Europe and Japan, right?
Right. Is there still a little bit of the renegade culture that exists over there now, or is it so the renegade culture? Like when he was working in AAA, right, in Mexico, where it was still a little bit of the Wild West compared to the corporate wrestling nowadays, right? When it's when everything has to be packaged for a corporate crowd, and there's a code of conduct and all of that kind of stuff, right? And that applies like outside of the ring, right? And so you can't it's not just like it's not good enough to just show up and have a good match. The social media, they want to be sure that they're representing their company in a proper way, how they conduct themselves, their business and all that kind of stuff, right? So much of that, people don't realize that the business is like that at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, look what John Cena, right? He made one little mistake.
Right.
And then the whole world turned on him.
Yeah, with the China thing, right?
Hey, man, the guy made a mistake. Fuck, leave him alone. But then he got all these Fox News. Everybody wants to cancel him and crucify him.
He was trying to speak in their language, was he not?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's where the money's at. And fuck him. I don't think I could learn Mandarin, but then again, I learned Japanese, so I mean.
Right. Well, it's a nice gesture. It's a very nice, polite gesture. I would think like he's trying to learn their language, and instead of like whatever, just saying it in English and saying you have to understand the way I say it. He tried to put it so that they can understand. Unfortunately, he just didn't know all the nuances of the vocabulary or whatever, and it came back to bite him in the ass, man. Did you ever have anything like that happen to you, where you had the best intentions with something that you were doing, and then it kind of came back to bite you in the ass?
Oh, every day I wake up, man.
Yeah, bro, I know that one.
Yeah, you're breaking up here and there, Wavell. The connection.
Mic check. I think I'm good. My Wi-Fi is all good. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm plugged right into the right into the internet, man. Can you hear me?
Well, you got a dial-up phone too? What you
No,
guys doing
no,
on
no,
the
no,
internet?
no, no, no. I don't. When I started podcasting, I found that I wanted stronger internet. So SaskTel came out, and they have some sort of a package where it's called like the Optimum, something like that. So you have the best Wi-Fi, but you can also just plug my directly in with whatever the cable is called. What's that called again? The Ethernet cable. So I'm plugged right in. So I got decent Wi-Fi. I mean, unless when I coughed, I might have knocked
Well,
it
it's
out.
probably me. We're like 50 years behind here over in New Brunswick. So.
But the gyms are open.
Yeah, the gyms are open. Yeah, just have
The
to get
gym-
there on my horse and buggy. That's the
Yeah, no kidding. Yes, yeah. So like you were mentioning a little earlier, the gyms are open, so it's probably nice to get a little bit of a mental health break. But in terms of like training hard for gains and improvement, are you finding a hard time staying motivated for that?
I did I mean, it was this lockdown was driving me to drink, man.
Right.
But now, like the Atlantic bubble's opening, and I'm starting to get offers for like Montreal and other places in the Maritimes, and hopefully, Japan will open again because that's where I really want to be,
Right. Yeah.
But
it
yeah, I'm
sounds like-
starting the 2-a-days again. I'm doing the morning cardio, and
Yep.
then I was there this morning and then morning before, so I'm sacrificing a lot for you, Wable. It's already 11:15 here in the Maritimes. all right?
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I would only do
Totally-
this for you.
I know. Thank you, brother. I totally
Yeah.
appreciate that. And you're an early morning cardio guy too, right? Like you're not just a get up whenever you get up. It's like you got to structure time, and it's usually
Yeah.
pretty yours like 4,
Usually
5.
4 a.m. And then I'll
Right.
do like now I'm trying to do 45 minutes of look to really, and it's kill myself, and then I'll do a second weight workout later
Yeah.
in the evening, like around noonish.
Yeah. Yeah. How many meals? And do you do fasted cardio or do you drink?
Oh,
a shake?
definitely
Fasted
fasted.
still. Yeah.
Fasted, yeah. For me, that works best for fat loss.
Yeah, it does, right? Like it's just scientifically it works the best. You got nothing in your stomach, no calories. You just start eating away at the fat.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So then after you do the morning cardio fasted, how many meals before you head back for your weights?
Well, I'll wait an hour. I'll have my first meal.
Yeah.
I might have 2 or 3, and then I'll get like a nice carbohydrate meal before the workout to fill up my muscles and stuff, get enough energy to really push the weight. And then I'll get but usually six meals a day usually.
Wow, you can still get 6 meals, all meals or some shakes, all food.
Mostly meals.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's getting harder though, man. Like
Right. You got to stay on
Right?
top of it, right? Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How old are you now? Wait, don't mind me
47, bro. 47.
asking. You said you're 37?
47.
I'm 37.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wait,
Do you notice
you're
it's
still
getting harder as we get old to eat that much?
young. Yeah. I was just thinking about that. That's what it is, man. It's the appetite. Just like really the appetite isn't quicker. And then also like I got other like I eat, right?
You're breaking up, bro.
Force feeding, right?
What happened? Yeah, you were breaking up. What'd you say?
Sorry, but the force feeding, like I was one of those guys, like to gain weight, I had to like make sure like I was
Yeah.
force fed. Okay, time to eat right now. And now that I'm older, it's just like I just got no drive.
Right? Yeah, man. Same.
A day, that's pretty incredible, man.
You know what? When we were in Louisville, did you ever go out to eat at Qdoba? Of course you did.
I did, yeah. And they have Qdoba in Saskatchewan now,
You're
or
fucking
yeah, and one in Brandon too. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Winnipeg.
man. See, that was perfect because I would go and get like 4 meals, the burrito plates,
Yeah, burrito bowl.
Yeah, burrito bowl. I would get 4 of those, and
Yeah.
then I'd have my breakfast and then 1 shake. That was perfect. There was my 6 meals.
For the whole day.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to cook and shit, right?
Good. Yeah. See, that's what you can do when you're making a little bit more money, right? You don't have to put all the time.
Well, since I was going there and the girl thought I was cute, she gave me a really good deal. It was like $5 a plate, so I'd pay like $20 a day or whatever. So it
Right.
wasn't so bad.
Right, man. That's good that you transitioned to that. Let me talk about that real quick. Let's talk a little bit about that wrestler's privilege. You touched on the wrestler's privilege, right? So there's some place where the wrestler's privilege might kick in, right? And
Yeah,
one could be
sometimes.
there. Where else? The tanning bed, tanning salons,
Um,
the gyms.
gyms.
Free workout in some city you don't know. You're just going up there cold, and you got to introduce yourself and hope you get in for a workout. Can you get in there? How many times out of 10 can you talk your way in for a free workout?
If you say you're a WWF guy,
oh, I bet you that's no problem, right? That's almost no fair. Yeah. That's almost we got to do it indie style. We got to do it indie style. You got to do it indie style where no one knows who you are, but you got to convince them that you're somebody.
Well, when I was like in Japan, all Japan, New Japan, they all work out at Gold's Gym for free.
Cool.
So I always had free workouts there. And
Louisville, we got to work out at the Gold's for free if you lived at the Suburban Lodge.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, man. Suburban Lodge. And if you were with OVW, you could go to Powerhouse. So we had 2 gyms to work out with.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They changed to T-Man, Tillman's gym. T-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't like me very much.
How come?
I don't know. I'm me. It's either you love me or you hate me. There's no in between.
Yeah, a lot of the guys kind of have that same personality, right? Everybody knows what they want, and that's that. And we do our best to get along, and sometimes guys don't get along.
No.
Yeah. What was your favorite gym to train in traveling? Like, was there ever one that you thought, oh man, I love coming to Calgary because I always get to go to whatever?
No, Venice Beach.
Venice Beach, eh? Venice Gold's Venice.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear about it.
That's the Mecca, man.
Yeah, man.
You always had what was that famous trainer, Charles Atlas?
Yeah.
What's his name? Charles.
Yeah, Charles Atlas.
Charles Atlas, right?
Or Charles Glass.
Charles, yeah, him. The black guy with the dreads?
Yes.
Charles Glass,
Yes, Charles Glass.
He would always be hanging out there, and like I was too young to realize, but now that I'm older, I would have loved to like, fuck man, can I give you $50 and just teach me some shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, my thing was I would collect. I keep it at my parents' house, but I got like T-shirts, Gold's Gym and World's Gym.
Yeah.
From every single gym I've been to, all over the world. So I got a collection of those. So that's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is kind of cool, man. Get to go, and it's part of the routine, right? It's so important. You can't just be a tourist while you're going out. You're there for business. So you got to make sure that you're eating and you're working out. So good on you. Where do you work out now at home? Do you work out at one of the big franchises so that you can, work out at several gyms when you travel, or do you just have a one specialized gym and you just
drop? I live in Shediac, which is like a really small town, so it's like 3-minute drive to like one end of the town to the other.
Okay.
For 4 minutes, give or take.
Yeah.
So we have a beautiful gym. It's called Oceanside. It's right on it's beautiful. It's open from 4 a.m. to 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
So it's a key system, right? So I just go in there and do my thing, and it's perfect. Yeah.
Nice. So to change gears here a little bit, how old do you think you were when you got your first concussion?
When my mom dropped in my head when I was 1.
I remember for Pee Wee hockey, man.
Really?
Yeah, Pee Wee hockey, and because we could back then, Pee Wee we were allowed to body check. And I remember you get the little like sting right in the back of your jaw. Was the first thing that I would notice. And then by the time I started playing football, like grade 9, grade 10, like when you hit the head-to-head contact and you get that that flash, right?
My high school didn't offer football.
Oh, no.
But I really wanted to play some type because I never played any sports. I only did pro wrestling, right? So I drove like 30 miles to the other high school in Moncton, the big city.
Yeah.
And as soon as they saw me, because mind you, I'm probably bigger then than I was.
Yeah.
I was bigger then than I am now.
Yeah.
260. They see this fucker show up. It's like, okay, yeah, you made a team. But that first collision we had, because we were doing drills where we hit into each other, it was just practice.
Yeah.
Boom. I knew instantly I don't like this.
Right.
This no. You know?
Like you feel the rattle and right away you know if it's for you or not.
There's another pretty big guy and we both hit into each other and I was like, none of us moved, but it was like I could feel my head. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
No. Because I didn't really care for football, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Sport.
Yeah, you were just wanted to try it out.
Just try it out, yeah.
Yeah, just to play a sport because you were already a pro bodybuilder.
Well, that's when I decided to do the Mr. First, it was the provincials, and then the provincials and the nationals were like a week apart. and it was only a drive to Halifax, Nova Scotia for the nationals, right? So I did the
Right.
provincials in Moncton, and then a week later was the nationals. We're like, fuck it, let's diet for an extra week and drive 3 to 3 hours. And
Yeah.
I won that too. I got actually offered a sponsorship with Muscle Tech. Remember Muscle Tech supplements?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, they had offered me a sponsorship because then I qualified to go to the Worlds in Spain.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't really. Again, like I enjoy working out, but I wasn't that hardcore into bodybuilding.
Right.
I wanted to be a fucking wrestler, man.
Yeah, for sure. And as soon as you got into it, the world was there and it was at your hands. You must have been loving it. What was the craziest story, 0 to hero, of your life? Because it probably went really like to like really fast out of nowhere when you got signed or when you went up.
You know how you hear these stories about like all of a sudden you got so many friends and people that want to be your friend and people that said they'd known you all their lives. And I never had a fucking conversation with you. I really experienced that.
Oh, really?
Big time, yeah.
Everyone claimed that they were buddies with you from way back.
Yeah. But what I really noticed is that when I go into any gym, people would notice me from when I won the nationals and they put me in Muscle Mag.
Yeah.
Remember Muscle Mag?
Yeah, man.
All
Muscle Mag
the
was awesome.
hardcore gyms, hardcore gyms already knew who I was.
Yeah,
like
man.
around United States, you know.
Yeah. Stratus was huge in Muscle Mag, right?
Fucking right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, those photo shoots with what was that? Yeah.
Robert Kennedy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was good. That was an awesome. That was an awesome magazine, man. You
They still make those?
I don't even know, man. I don't know because everything's online now, right? So.
Right.
I don't even know if they would make those or like do they still make they still make PWI and all those, do they not, and the Wrestler and that?
Muscle and Fitness I think still exists.
Muscle and Fitness.
Yeah.
Did you ever do one of those photo shoots?
No, of course not, because I'd make the son-in-law look bad.
That's too bad, man. That's too bad that you never got a chance.
No,
And,
that's reserved for the cool kids, you know.
right.
Us Canadians aren't cool enough. You know.
Right. You'd have to be really privileged to.
Yeah. Or American. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, it's all good, bro.
Yeah, for sure. What about injuries? You have any injuries that are kind of grind you still?
My feelings got hurt a few times.
Yeah, no shit, right? That teaches, but man, after wrestling, like, and not anything else is fuck all. Like in terms of like, it's like, nah, this is nothing. Like,
right?
It's easy.
Well, these teeth here got knocked out 4 times.
Yeah,
these are all fake. This one's shit right here.
I got fake ones too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Like, we just look like a bunch of fucking chipmunks.
Yeah, man.
Broke my nose a couple times.
Shit,
and of course,
yeah,
like, fuck, 20, 30 concussions at least. I lost count. You know?
Yeah, man. Hey, so I heard one story that you told once. I didn't hear the full version of it, but it had something to do with you on a flight. And I don't know if you had a concussion or you had some sort of on your head, like a bump on your head or something, and the pressure on your made it. What is that? Is that a scar?
That's a scar. That was from where I had a hematoma.
Hematoma.
Yeah.
So a hematoma is what? Like
because there was this wrestler. His name was Sparky Pluck.
Yeah.
And one day he decided to kick me in the fucking head, and that's when a hematoma developed. Right. So the WWF at the time, they don't like to leave paperwork. So the team doctor decides to operate me in the Philadelphia dressing room.
Yeah.
Okay. But you and I can both know how dirty a wrestling ring mat is, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So that should have like he took it out, yanked it out in the locker room, which is not very sanitary, but who the fuck. And then they put me back in the ring, but of course, what's going to happen? It's going to get infected, right? Yeah. So I mean, this thing is like just getting huge, and then there's like blood pumping into it, and it's like, I mean, I look like the Elephant Man. It looks like a giant.
So you had it before you went in the match. They fucking popped it to make it go smaller, so it would be less visible.
No, I was actually in the match with the Undertaker. Yeah. Okay, and it was a tag match. It was me. I think it was me and Horseshoe. Remember Horseshoe, Luther Reigns?
Yeah. Yes.
Against against Undertaker and Mark Jindrak. Did you ever get the chance to hang out with Mark Jindrak?
A little bit, but he was already kind of up by the time I got back. Yeah.
great.
Yeah, but yeah, totally. You can tell he's all about the body and the chicks.
Oh yeah.
That guy.
But anyway, so as I'm getting into the ring, my head is so swollen. It hits the top rope, and this fucking thing just squirts out blood everywhere. I'm completely crimson masked. And the Undertaker's loving it because he's like having flashbacks of WCCW back when he was fucking a young kid, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I won't get some heat. So, but the thing is, it's fucking an artery in my head. This ain't no gig. This is an artery. This is a main fucking tube here. It's anyway. So the next day was TV, and right before I was about to go out, Michael Hayes like, "Right, can you wrestle?" I'm like, "I don't know, can I?" So then, I think he went to Stephanie and he said, "No, take the day off. We're gonna get you fixed up." So it's Buffalo, New York. As we're touching down into Cincinnati to connect to Louisville, I was in the lavatory taking a piss. And of course, I had to sit down to do that because I was very large and you know how small the lavatories are. But as we're coming down, the air pressure changes, right? And the thing is just fucking squirting out everywhere, blood everywhere. So I decide to press the call it to me button, right? Now, can you just imagine if you're a stewardess and you come out and she opens the door and there's this fucking big jacked up girl with bleach blonde hair with blood just like, imagine. You know?
Cops.
Right?
Get cops here.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
So, well, she was nice. She came back and gave me some water. I wasn't really thirsty. I was, fucking bleeding to death.
Yeah.
But
thanks for the water.
We landed, and then the paramedics rushed, and they said, "Listen, if you take this connecting flight, you could possibly die from a blood clot in your head."
Fuck.
But as they're standing here, the trainer for the company is like right behind them, shaking again because no paperwork, right?
Right, no paperwork.
They don't want to leave a trip. Yeah.
Right,
So
no
I was
paperwork,
like, no, and they're looking at me like I'm fucking crazy because it is a crazy move. And I had to like sign off to basically, if I die in this connecting flight, they warned me.
Right.
So they're not responsible. Right? But I made it. I'm here. Got dead in my head, that's okay.
Yeah, that must have been crazy, man. Did you ever have any issues with pain management throughout? And I'm sorry, you don't have to if that's a little too straightforward.
Yeah, we all did.
What was so?
That's what started that whole incident with the race car driver.
Okay.
Well, Bucktooth Bob.
Right.
Well, yeah, because I would get because again, when I got kicked in the head, the next day I was in a hardcore match getting bashed. Do I have to convince you I had a concussion? No. And the next day they put me in a hardcore match and bashed me. It was constant, nonstop. So my head, the migraines were incredible.
Yeah. I bet, because when you get one like that, people can tell that you're messed up. So like there's no way that went unnoticed, right? Like you're probably slurring your words and repeating some shit over and not making sense.
Well, it's not only that. Like you got to hang out with Matt Capitelli, right?
Yeah, man.
What a great dude, right?
Yeah, he was awesome.
And this, same thing happened to him. Initially, from the race car driver, butted him in the head. And like, as you know, once you get one, it's easier to get more.
Yeah. Right?
And you become more sensitive to it. Because I actually had a house show match with Matt, and I accidentally hit him with a jaw kick and knocked him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And again, you could tell he was fucked up, and they put him back in the ring, and back in the ring, and back in the ring. And eventually, he developed a brain tumor. That happens, dude.
Right.
It does. There was a kid from he was a Sean Nemo. He's from Toronto. He's just a hardcore indie guy, but he did the hardcore bullshit with the chairs to the head. He passed away from one. Remember Hack Myers in ECW?
Yeah.
He passed away from a brain tumor. Joe Doring, he was an All Japan guy. Yeah. He survived, thank God, but he got a brain tumor. Kid from Germany, brain tumor. And then there's Matt. So,
man. So most coming from blows directly to the head.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because when this whole thing, I actually went and seen a neurologist here in Moncton. I want to know the truth. I went and did all the tests, and they saw there's some degenerative tissue. But like the CTE, that's like progressive disease. It gets worse as you get older.
Right,
But like
right.
the punishment you got when you were younger, it shows up big time when you get older, right?
Right, because it exponentially,
Yeah.
yeah, as it grows, yeah.
Mm.
Man, yeah, that's my dad had one of those types of conditions where once he gets it, it gets worse and worse, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that for the next little while, right? Right,
Oh,
and
yeah.
especially with the like
All
yeah,
those
the ECW
ECW
guys.
guys. Balls Mahoney had the CTE. Axel Rodden had the CTE. Mike Awesome, he died, but he died from a suicide, and that's another one of the symptoms from the massive depression.
And Benoit.
Benoit, he had the brain of an 85-year-old. You remember Rex
Alzheimer's.
King? Rex King?
No, I don't. Sorry,
Rex
man.
King, he was with Well Done in WWF.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, he was
Same
like,
thing.
he had stage 5 CTE. It's the worst ever documented ever. Mr. Fuji, he had it in his spinal cord.
Wow.
Yeah. Ron Bass had it. All these wrestlers that have died, they all had CT. Yeah. My buddy Hannibal, you know Hannibal, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, dude. Definitely.
So he does those shoot interviews on his channel. They're awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
But he before Vader died, he actually interviewed Vader, and he said that it took them 3 times to make the one exit back to his hotel because Vader kept dozing off, like his brain was gone at the end. Yeah, he was only like 60, 61. He was young.
Really? So he's already starting to kind of fade in and out. Hey?
Crazy, man.
Man, that's tough. Do you ever catch something like little blips where you forget somebody's? I did that. I forgot someone's name before for a little bit. That's kind of that's kind of when I noticed that there was some.
Dude, I'm 37 and it's bad, man. Like trying to remember spots.
Right. Like, yeah, right. Just short-term memory in general, right? And especially nowadays with so much of it is.
Well, I was there when we do chair shots to the head and German suplex to the back of the head and kendo sticks to the head. And
yeah, I took early in my career as well. The shot, there was no putting up the hand. It was just like taking it right on the head because it was a badge of honor.
You know who I blame? ECW. That's who I blame.
They made everybody. Yeah, right, man. Absolutely right. They made everyone think that it was cool to do hardcore stuff, right? And that was the whole appeal of it, is that they had this whole...
It was garbage bullshit then, and it's garbage bullshit now.
So many injuries, right? Broken necks.
Yeah.
New Jack. Fucking New Jack.
There you go.
Right?
I would really like to see his brain results.
You know what's his name? What was the big fat guy that fell on his head there? They were on the... Right? They were on the thing, on the balcony... And then the guy was going to not go. The guy said, "No, I can't do it.
Yeah,
and then and he just pulled him.
And then he fell right on top and cracked his skull.
Yeah, and when they showed it, he did, like literally rolled right over his head on the concrete. There's no way that didn't change his life forever, like from that moment, right?
Perry Saturn.
Vic Grimes. That's the guy Noah Bear told us, yeah.
But Perry Saturn is a clip on YouTube where he's like at an indie show. He tries to do an acai moonsault. And he fucks it up, and he cracks his fucking skull, man. Ooh. I mean, if you see him now, you can tell he's got like Parkinson's, and D. Malenko has Parkinson's too.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the noticeable, like Parkinson's? Those things? Yeah, like they shake or.
Yeah, it's like the Michael J. Fox, you know.
Right. Oh shit! So how does that stuff? Is that like nerve?
That's
related?
Neurological. It's all
with the brain.
Through your brain. Because your brain gives you signals for everything, but when that's all fucked up, then you have a hard time making the connection, right?
Yeah, man. Well, what about these UFC guys?
They're bad too, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Did
Bouncers.
you? Yeah, bouncers for sure. Have you seen a lot of change? I guess in what we'll call the locker room culture. From back when you started, like in the 90s, to right now?
I haven't been to the WWF in 15 years, so I can't tell you about there.
Right. What about just in general? Like just in general, because like wherever you go by now, you're probably like one of the more experienced guys, one of the veteran guys in the locker room.
Well, I'm still batshit insane. I haven't changed, so I think people like me that way.
Yeah.
So when I'm in Japan, I behave.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's where you met your wife, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right. And how long have you been married?
Jesus Christ. Good question. I should know. The CTE is kicking in.
Yeah.
12 years, 13.
Holy shit, that long?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that, man.
Been a
Wow.
long time, man.
Yeah, well, you know, it's probably good for your career. Right? Keeps you consistent.
It's good. Yeah. No, it's good because I need an anchor to keep me
Right.
stable. Yeah.
For
I'm just
sure.
one of those guys, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's good that you found a partner that is a good balance for you.
Yeah.
And does she come with you when you go to Japan, or do you guys have? She probably has her own life there in
She has.
at home.
Yeah,
so you
she
have to work.
first 5 years she didn't work, she didn't do anything. Then she finally snapped and said, "I need a social life." So
Right,
she got herself a job actually at a medical marijuana facility,
right, cool.
and then she worked her way up, and she seems to enjoy it. So good benefits
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah. Do you keep in touch? Do you keep in touch with any of the guys from your OVW days, like before you went up?
It's the wrestling business, man. You know,
Right.
I know Jeter invited me to his wedding, but I think I had to go and tour somewhere.
Right.
And I talked to the Hitman.
Yeah, same here. I talked to Pavone. I just did a podcast with him.
Did you?
I talk to him like once a year.
How's he doing?
He's doing really well, man. He's in Florida. They're trying to have a kid, and yeah. So he's settled right down. He's settled right down. That guy.
Yeah, Pavone. He's a school teacher, right?
Yes.
See, I can't see it. Like, what the fuck? No way. You know who else is a principal? It was Magnus.
Yes.
He's a principal in New York.
Mark Magnus. Yeah. What's his real name again?
Mark.
Not Capone.
Not Capone.
C.A.
Capone. Capelloni. He's Italian.
Yes. Yeah. We'll get it anyway. Yeah. I didn't know that. But I can see him. I can see him being that. You know, he was well educated. He always had a good vocabulary. I always found him a little impatient.
Well, he got impatient with me because his mom would sell him granola, and I'd eat the whole fucking thing. We used to do bong hits, and I'd get the munchies, and I'm just like casually eating. So what the fuck, man? You know, my granola.
At their apartment there?
Yeah.
Yeah. With who else lived there? Pavone?
Jeter lived there.
Jeter.
Didn't the Hitman
Matt Morgan? Yeah, Hitman lived there for a bit. No, Matt never lived there. Only
in the same complex, I think.
Yeah. Everybody lived in that. Yeah, Mickey, James, and all of them.
Yeah.
Daphne and Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody lived in that little Rassler'S complex or at the Suburban Lodge. And I remember that, man. I always laugh when I think, tell some of the, like my son and how it was, like when I was just getting there and I was, just trying to get myself a job, and you were all, you had the belt, your tag champ and stuff like that, and we'd hang out or whatever, and at the end of the night, like you didn't have a house or whatever, you'd be just like, hey, drop me off at the hotel over here. And I would just like drop you off at a hotel, and you just go get yourself a room for the night.
I did.
Yeah, man. I was like, this guy's just pissing his money away. He doesn't care.
Well, I've been fortunate in that aspect of life, so
Right.
I gotta write a book. That's what I gotta do.
You do, man. You do, because there's lots of stories and lots of experiences. And here's another one. Here's another Rene Dupree story that I shared with Duke Durango on another podcast. Is one time we went to an indie show, and then we went and fucking ate at one of those buffet places that they have in the States. I can't remember what it was called, but
Golden Corral.
Yes.
Okay.
Golden Corral, and we were fucking starved, and we went and we had our first fucking plate of food, and you felt great, and you took your shirt off and went back for a second plate. Do you remember that?
Shirt off?
Yeah, man.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I did.
Yes, you did. Yeah. We were sober and everything. It was just like after a wrestling show. Like we worked the show, put the ring away, and went to the buffet.
Why would I do that?
You looked fantastic. You were all carved up. I couldn't waste it.
I had to show everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, my face is popping up.
And I was probably pumping you up to, yeah, man, you look great. You're all Vasky. Now's the time.
Couldn't you technically get arrested for that? Like, if not back then, definitely now.
For sure, but you know what? No one cared. Like, it's not like we were like
Was it
being
just
rowdy. It was yeah. Well, and Cage's mom.
Let me tell you this story. So I was riding with Scotty Tuhati, right?
Yeah.
So I got the bleach blonde. He's got the bleach blonde.
Yeah.
All right. We finished working out, but this is Valentine's Day. All right. We're on the road. So we finished from the gym. We're both wearing tank tops, and we go to eat, but it's a Valentine's Day night, and we go out into this restaurant, and it's all couples. But yet me and him walking together with fucking bright yellow tank tops, fucking bleach blonde hair, buffed up dudes. Oh, and I had just bought a Saint Bernard. Yeah, that's how crazy I am. When I go on the road, I buy dogs. Yeah, I bought a Saint Bernard dog. Yeah.
You just I like just seriously, you're on the road. You're like, wow, that's a fucking nice dog. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. No, yeah. We were in Ohio. I was living in Kentucky, so I had my girlfriend at the time. Drive 5 hours. Like, I I treat her like shit. Anyway. Yeah, so that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
I bought a $1,200 dog when I was on the road. Saint Bernard.
Wow. Hey. That's good though, man. That means that you were in a good place.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Well, I don't want to hold you on for too long, bro, and I want to bring you on again, so I don't want to give people too much.
Right.
I want to cut it at that for now because I plan to bring you back on, and I'd like to bring Pavone on at the same time. I think it would be.
Dude, that'd be great.
Right.
Get Jeter on, maybe Magnus too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll try to track everybody down. Maybe Matt Morgan.
I gotta apologize to Magnus for eating all his mom's granola and
taking the last bong hit, and then leaving.
And and I probably did something bad to Jeter and Whitman too. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, man. I will. I'll shoulder tap those fellas and see if we can round up some of the crew for one of these. Where can people get a hold of you if they want to follow you or if they want to hire you for a gig?
They can't. I'm not taking any requests. I don't want to
That's
be
awesome. Right now. No thanks. Not right now. I'm good.
I don't know, man. I'm all booked up. I need some space. But
right.
But definitely let's do this again sometime, man.
Yeah, bro. Thanks a lot, man.
Okay,
thanks for
brother.
staying up late tonight, and thanks for all the viewers for staying with us tonight. We'll see you the next time, but in the meantime and in between time, that's it. Another edition of the Wavell Star Show.